Parachute Adams. I have pinched the barb. I have dressed the hook shank. The first thing I'm going to tie in is the wing post. Now I'm using poly yarn. You could use natural calf tail if you wanted. I just like the poly. I like the way it looks. I have not tried this yet, but I'm told that rather than using the white poly for the wing, if you use black poly, you can see it on a cloudy day or in the evening. Now I'm going to go around this wing post and build just a small little post, and I may have to increase this or make it a little bit larger after I get the dubbing on. We'll see. Now to the rear. The original pattern calls for grizzly hackle and brown hackle fibers mixed together. I personally like the moose body here for the tail much better. I like the wing, or the color of it. I like the stiffness of it. For me, I just really like the way it looks. The tail is going to be about the same length as the shank of the hook. I'm going to come in here and trim that off at an angle. I'm going to lay it on there so it butts right up against the butt section of that wing post. And get it all tied down. Now, dubbing. I really like superfine dubbing. It's made by Wapsi Company. It's a synthetic dubbing, but I really like the way it floats. Does a very good job of floating. It readily accepts a fly floatant. I'm going to get a few more wraps on that tail. Now, when people dub, they normally put far too much dubbing on that thread. All you want is a fuzzy thread. I remember I used to team teach with an old guy here in Lewiston at Parks and Rec. He'd walk around the room and he'd watch guys dub and he'd say, "My God, boy, you're not knitting a sweater." So keep the dubbing on the sparse side. I'm coming forward with it. You can see it gives a natural smooth body. I don't have enough dubbing. Problem is too with dubbing, you don't want to get too much on the thread or you're making too big of a circle loop with your hand and you'll be banging the table and everything else. Go right past that wing, come right back again, and now from this point on, the hackle or the thread will never again go around the hook shank. I'm going to run this stem of that hackle up the wing post slightly. There's the grizzly one. Here's the brown one. Also, the nice thing about parachutes, Parachute Adams style, you can change the color of that body and represent many things. In fact, there's a fly out there, it's been around for a few years now, called a purple haze. It's very popular in Montana. The only difference with that fly and this Parachute Adams is it has a purple body. That's the only difference. Does not matter which one of these hackles you go with first. I run it directly to the top of that wing post and start down. Then take the thread, go around the wing post only. That will capture that hackle. Here comes the grizzly. And I'm moving down the wing post. Again, around both hackles again, and the wing post, not the hook shank. I'll get rid of those two hackles. And then I take my whip tool and again around the wing post only. 3 or 4 wraps, that's all you need. This fly is nice in the fact that you do not use head cement. Don't need to use head cement, you have no place to put it. Now I'll take that wing post and I'll cut it off to a length that I feel is suitable for me. And there's a Parachute Adams. Unbelievably good fly, no matter where you use it.